In a world where strength and independence are celebrated, the journey to self-reliance often takes unexpected turns. From misadventures with power tools to hilariously dramatic kitchen fails.
Stop laughing! Get it now! Chill out! Oh my God, help me! Help me! Help me! Get more water! Get more water!
And from bold career confessions,
people always be like, what's your dream job? What's your dream job? To not have one, like, ever. Like, actually, I just don't want to work at all. Sorry.
to surprising relationship dynamics.
So I've been out here dating, and I just find that I date a lot of these femmes, and it seems like they looking for a parent instead of a partner, bro.
These 23 stories shine a playful spotlight on the chaos, humor, and resilience behind modern women navigating independence. A woman tries to use a power drill, but struggles hilariously with the wrong bit, poor positioning, and a clear lack of familiarity with the tool. The moment is relatable to anyone trying something new, but is humorously exaggerated.
I knew it.
The narrator mocks her effort, tying her struggles to gender stereotypes. It's a funny, yet thought-provoking scene. But here's the real question. Does everyone fumble with new skills? Or is this just another excuse to reinforce outdated gender biases? A woman tries to secure her sliding door by installing a standard lock, but it doesn't work due to the door's design. The humor lies in the impracticality of her attempt, turning a simple security fix into an ironic scene.
Are you gonna put on
My mom wanted to lock her door. She's got a sliding door. And this was her solution.
The lack of understanding creates a relatable laugh for anyone unfamiliar with tools. But can this moment also highlight a broader reality? Do we all sometimes dive into solutions without fully understanding the problem first? A group of women is criticized for lacking financial ambition, with comparisons drawn to the success of celebrity Sexy Red. The scene humorously plays on societal expectations of wealth and achievement, attributing their struggles to laziness or poor upbringing.
Pay my own bills, 5, 6 figures.
Hey.
I don't need no man trying to go 50-50. I don't need no man trying to go 50-50. I don't need no man trying to go 50-50.
Hey.
I don't need no man trying to go 50-50.
This sarcastic take reduces complex issues to stereotypes for comedic effect. But is ambition something we can measure so easily? Or does it mean something different to everyone depending on their circumstances and goals in life? A humorous paradox is posed. If a woman is always right and a man is always wrong, then when a man says she's right, is he actually wrong?
Woman is always right and a man is always wrong, then when a man tells a woman that she is right, is he actually wrong?
The playful logic pokes fun at gender dynamics and societal assumptions about relationships. The question is exaggerated, but reflects a familiar trope. An aspiring comedian tries a joke about women wearing makeup and perfume because they're ugly and stink. The punchline is met with visible disapproval, exposing how stereotypes can fail spectacularly when used as humor.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
I'm an aspiring comedian. I was wondering if I could try my new material on you and see if you like it.
For sure.
Okay. Why do women wear makeup and perfume? Because they're ugly and they stink.
No.
It's an awkward, cringeworthy moment that highlights the risks of offensive comedy. Do jokes based on harmful cliches ever truly work? Or do they simply alienate audiences in today's world of increasing social awareness? The speaker sarcastically critiques the push for gender equality by referencing male-dominated, physically grueling professions like coal mining and porta-potty cleaning. The humor lies in suggesting women should equally fill such dangerous or undesirable roles. This tongue-in-cheek commentary highlights how gender discussions often ignore such professions. But is this truly about equality, or about how we value different roles in society and the opportunities available to everyone?
Well, it's great that women occupy 65% of PR jobs. We still live in a world where only 14% of Alaska crab fishermen are women.
And 10% of roadkill removal specialists. Women are perfectly capable, and they have every right to be down there mining coal with the boys.
50% of coal miners should be women minimum.
It starts at home, whether it's mowing the lawn or building furniture.
We've both been doing our part. Babe, I support you in both of your careers.
90% of whale snot collectors are still men.
Or 94% of porta potty cleaners.
What message does this send to our daughters? Are you willing to step up, or are you too entrenched in gender norms?
Total equality in every way.
The narrator claims society relies heavily on men's contributions, citing male-dominated fields like electricity and oil production. He dismisses the idea of full independence for women, stating that their freedom is built on men's work. While exaggerated for humor, this commentary sparks debate about interdependence in society. Is independence an illusion for anyone? Or does collaboration between genders define how our world functions at its best?
Men and women are not interchangeable. Moms and dads are not interchangeable. So this idea that like, oh, I can be a strong independent boss, babe, and I'll just outsource the child care, or dad can just stay home. You could argue that that's fine on some individual levels, but if we make this the like society-wide expectation, everything that allows you girls to think that you are strong independent boss babes who can do it on your own crumbles. It disappears. It turns to dust. There's no more Wi-Fi. There's no more electricity. Kiss your air conditioning goodbye. There's nobody to fix your car when it breaks. You don't have gasoline because there's no oil rig workers. Basically, this is all kind of Delulu land stuff. This idea that like, oh, we can just do whatever we want. It just depends on my personal preference and, you know, it'll all be fine. What you want on a personal level is not the only question here. It's not the only moral question. It's not the only thing to consider. There's a greater good. Society has to work together as a whole.
A confident woman spends days trying to unscrew a showerhead, but eventually admits defeat, humorously blaming her tiny little lady brain. The humor lies in the gap between her self-assurance and the reality of the challenge.
Don't get me wrong, I am happily single, strong, independent woman, don't need no man, but here I am trying to change my shower head and I can't figure out how to get it off. I've been trying honestly for days and the wrench isn't wrenching. My tiny little lady brain can't figure it out.
It's a relatable moment for anyone who's underestimated a task. But is independence about succeeding alone, or is it more about persistence and knowing when to ask for support when needed? A woman asks a man for help opening a door, and he sarcastically questions why she needs assistance if she's a strong, independent woman.
Open the door.
Can I help you?
Open my door.
For what?
Because you're a man.
And you said you're a strong, independent woman, so you can't even open the door for yourself?
The humor lies in the lighthearted jab at independence and self-reliance. It's a moment that humorously reflects the dynamics of asking for help. A woman humorously exaggerates her dedication to her partner, claiming she ensures his happiness even in absurd situations, like at the dentist. Her hyperbolic statements are both funny and a critique of relationship expectations.
I please my man in every way. If he's at the dentist, I make him nut. If he's at J.Crew returning a sweater, he's nutting. If he's trying on another sweater, he's getting a nut. If he exchanged that old sweater for the new sweater, he's nutting. It's like trail mix because his day mostly contains nuts and his balls look like raisins.
It's an entertaining portrayal of how far people sometimes go in devotion. But does this kind of humor point out the unrealistic pressures in relationships, or is it just playful exaggeration for a good laugh? A woman claims she doesn't need men for protection, but rather they're tools, humorously turning the concept of independence into a debate about resources. The narrator counters by pointing out male-dominated fields like the military and law enforcement. The exchange highlights the complexities of autonomy.
I don't need men to protect me.
Actually, you do need men to protect you. So
How
you
many times I've protected myself?
You need them to protect you.
I don't need you guys to protect me.
Can you stop interrupting?
Talk, I'm done.
So, two things. First, you absolutely do need men to protect you. This may be by proxy, either through the military or through law enforcement officers. I'm assuming if somebody you know were to be murdered, you would not just protect yourself, you would not investigate it yourself, you would appeal to who? Primarily men.
Here's the thing. I need tools. I don't need men. I need tools, and men hoard all the tools and resources, so I have to ask you guys for those tools.
Does this incident reflect a deeper truth about relying on systems rather than individuals, or is it just a clever way to reframe independence? A young woman panics and screams dramatically after burning food in the oven. Her frantic calls for help, nervous laughter, and chaotic reaction turn an ordinary mishap into a comedic spectacle.
Help me! Help me! Stop laughing! Get it now! Chill out! Oh my God! Help me! Help me! Help me! Get more water! Get more water!
It's a moment that shows how small failures can feel overwhelming. Do incidents like these really test our independence? Or are they just funny reminders that we all have moments of chaos in everyday life? A man gives a woman a tool, and she jokes that it's for fixing the gender pay gap. The humor simplifies a serious issue.
Work here?
Yeah.
Here you go.
What's up, bro?
It's for the gender pay gap.
Sure.
Trying to level things out.
Reflecting ongoing frustrations about wage inequality in a sarcastic way. It's a clever moment that brings attention to a real problem through humor. But does joking about issues like this help raise awareness and spark change? When asked about having children, a 39-year-old woman jokes that she has 2 hours left to conceive. Her humorous remark highlights the societal pressure on women to have children before a certain age.
You guys have kids?
Not together.
That's still beautiful, man. You accept her kids?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she accepts yours?
She doesn't have them.
You don't have any? You want one? Are you gonna give him one? How old are you?
The younger one, I am 39.
39? You got 2 hours left.
The joke uses exaggeration to deflect seriousness, making light of the ever-present expectations placed on women. But is this kind of humor a way of coping with cultural norms? Or does it show how ingrained these pressures are in our daily lives? A young woman boldly admits that her dream job is not working at all.
People always be like, what's your dream job? What's your dream job? To not have one, like, ever. Like, actually, I just don't want to work at all. Sorry.
Her candid declaration humorously challenges the traditional drive for ambition and career success. This relatable sentiment reflects frustrations with modern work culture and the constant push for productivity. It's a funny and honest take on what many secretly dream about. Another woman echoes this theme, admitting in a straightforward tone that she no longer wants to work.
The realization that I just don't want to work anymore.
Her candidness adds a relatable and humorous spin to the conversation about modern career pressures. It highlights the growing feeling of burnout in a society that values constant work. Can this sentiment be seen as a growing push for work-life balance? Or is it a larger critique of the demands placed on individuals today? A woman jokingly critiques feminism, expressing a preference for staying home, cooking, and focusing on self-care rather than entering the workforce. Her exaggerated nostalgia humorously highlights the tension between societal progress and personal choice. This playful take pokes fun at how modern expectations often clash with traditional roles.
I'm tired of it. What happened to the girls who get to stay home and cook and clean and that's their job? That is our occupation. They get to just like relax during the day and just make sure everything's good when their husband comes home. Who fought for women to go back to work? Who did it? Because I got a bleep word I want to speak with you. I have never dreamed of a job. Oh, what's your dream job? I dream of not having a job. I just want to beach. I just want to nails and wife and cook and clean and know that everything is paid. I don't want to be doing this. Whoever did that, bleep to all of you.
Does this humor reflect genuine frustration with modern feminism? Or is it just a satirical twist on the pressure to do it all? A woman sarcastically declares that she's accepting applications for a man willing to pay her $5,000 a month while requiring minimal interaction.
Yo, I changed my mind. I don't want to be independent anymore. I don't want to do this. I am now accepting applications for a man who wants to pay me $5,000 a month and then never speak to me.
Her exaggerated demand humorously flips traditional gender expectations, creating a comedic commentary on modern relationships. It's an entertaining moment that captures shifting priorities in a fast-paced world. Is this scene a clever jab at financial dependency? Or does it humorously highlight changing dynamics in relationships and gender roles? A homeowner recalls hiring a female painter who showed up unprepared, bringing only a single paintbrush. The work was unsatisfactory, so a male painter was hired to complete the job efficiently. The contrast, while humorous, highlights how unpreparedness can impact professionalism. But does the focus on gender create unnecessary biases? Or is this incident simply a funny example of the importance of being prepared for a task?
You needed your bathroom painted and the app was like,
oh my God.
Would you like to hire a female to do this job? And you're like, I would. She showed up with one paintbrush and no paint.
I pretty much paid her like $700 to prime my bathroom.
Oh, wait, I remember this.
She brought
Yes.
one paintbrush. And I was like, I have a roller. She's like, oh, it's not my technique.
You're like, get me a man in here immediately. Preferably someone who speaks Spanish and gets it done in a day.
Seriously. And he came in and did it in an hour and a half. He was like, it's good. I did 3 coats.
A lesbian woman humorously rants about dating women who expect to be spoiled, but fail to reciprocate in relationships. She jokes about switching to dating men, despite her sexual orientation, out of sheer frustration. Her playful yet honest commentary highlights the universal struggles of unbalanced relationships.
What's up? I'm a stud. I like girls, but I think I'm finna start dating men, and let me tell you why. So I've been out here dating, and I just find that I date a lot of these femmes, and it seems like they looking for a parent instead of a partner, bro. Like, and I love spoiling my women. I love paying for stuff. I love taking them on dates and getting them flowers and make sure they're good in every way, make sure they're safe, opening the door for them, all that. I love that stuff. But it seems like I can't get any spoiling in return. Nobody wants to play their role. I'm getting girls flowers, taking them on these crazy dates, and at the end of the night, make sure they get home safe, getting them all of this and getting nothing in return. They even come down to the conversation. I be carrying the conversation, asking them questions, figuring out what they like and what they don't like, and they don't ask nothing back. Like, and I asked this one girl, like, why don't you ask nothing about me? And she said, I'm just trying to see for myself. What? Like, if I'm paying for everything, I'm doing all the transportation, I'm initiating everything, the least you could do is a little or something, or bring me some flowers, walk to the gas station, give me a bag of chips. I'm not asking for a lot, but it seems like I am, because I can't get anything out these girls.
Could her humorous take reflect deeper frustrations about modern dating expectations, regardless of gender or sexual preference? A woman tries to add oil to her boyfriend's car, but struggles to find the hood lever, eventually resorting to using a Chick-fil-A napkin to complete the task. The humor lies in the gap between her confidence and the chaotic execution. It's a relatable moment for anyone trying to solve a problem on the spot.
I told my boyfriend that if he let me take his car, I would put oil in his car, so let's do it. I am a self-sufficient female. I do not need help. Except finding the damn lever for the hood. Hold on. I think I need, like, a paper towel, right? A Chick-fil-A napkin is gonna have to do.
Does this scenario show that true independence is about problem solving, even if the solution is unconventional or imperfect? A woman proudly declares that she has all the time in the world, but humorously avoids explaining how she spends it. Her carefree attitude pokes fun at society's constant push for productivity, showcasing the joy of having no obligations.
Like being single?
Yeah.
You like it, right?
Yeah.
You like being free?
It's so free.
Free,
I have
right?
all the time in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're hurt. Tell me your damage without telling me your damage.
It's a lighthearted take on the idea of independence, but is having all the time the ultimate sign of freedom? Or does it highlight the growing rejection of societal pressures to always stay busy? A man humorously complains about 2 female Uber drivers who made wrong turns and jokes about preferring male-only drivers for reliability. The comedic frustration plays into common driving stereotypes and exaggerates the idea of gender-based services. While funny, it raises questions about biases and expectations in professional roles.
I have been cursed today with not 1, but 2 female Uber drivers. Both of them made wrong turns. They each got me there way later than the expected ETA. And I was running pretty late because I am a woman. And you know, there's a female-only driver option on these apps. The idea is that so women could feel safer by having only female drivers. Absolutely not. If I want to know that I will get to my destination on time, then I want a male-only driver option. I needed that today. I would pay a premium. Get at me. I don't even care. You all know it's true.
Can such humorous incidents ever challenge stereotypes? Or do they risk reinforcing them in subtle ways? These 23 incidents reveal the humor, challenges, and contradictions in navigating independence in a world filled with societal pressures and stereotypes. Whether it's struggles with tools, funny relationship dynamics, or lighthearted critiques of modern life, these moments remind us that independence isn't about perfection. It's about persistence and perspective. So, do these stories challenge norms, or do they simply celebrate the humor of being human? Join the conversation by liking, sharing, and subscribing for more entertaining insights.